Dear K.Michelle, you need help, mental help, seriously, because it's not cool what you're doing. How you treating Paris Phillips is not right, and she deserves to be respected on that stage at the reunion. And I'm going to talk about it briefly, so sit back and enjoy. Hey guys, it's your girl, Miss Analytical, and I'm heading out to work in a couple of minutes. But before I catch that bus, I want to talk briefly about the reunion, but just particular the situation between K.Michelle and Paris Phillips. Now, for those that don't know, K.Michelle and Paris have been friends since like 2012. And, you know, a lot of people say K.Michelle is zany. I agree with that. And a lot of people thought that Paris Phillips was a moocher. I have my little opinion on that, but what I'm going to say is that they were friends. But Paris, okay, if you remember the show, K.Michelle, My Life, around about 2015, K.Michelle had stated that somebody stole her credit card and that they charged the Uber for $50. K.Michelle had blamed her childhood friend. I forgot the girl's name, but she was cussing her out, calling her a whole bunch of names. And the girl said, Kay, I did not do it at all. Kicked her out the house, called her a bitch and everything. Come to find out at the end of the show, she gave you an update on who stole her credit card. And that it was Paris Phillips, and that she let her go, and that her real friend was Jonathan. Fast forward to 3 years later, her and Jonathan had a falling out. They're no longer friends. Paris Phillips came on the show, she says, to clear her name, even though we all know it was to make money. Let's keep it real. But clearing your name while making money, it ain't nothing bad with that. But however, my issue is that Paris has said time and time again, I've offered to give her back her $50. When they met up at that restaurant, that was like Paris's chance to make amends. And Paris was saying, why did you let this drag all the time, for this whole time? And then K.Michelle sprung out with the receipts saying that she owes $271. So Paris was like, F it, threw the water in her face. K want to press charges. Gets on a reunion, don't even want to let the girl speak, but then tells people, I raised you. You was a fan. You never had a job. You lived with me. I paid your rent. And you basically used me for what I had. Paris said, where are all these other charges coming from? I'm just finding this out when for 4 years it was $50. And I've offered to pay you back. I just want to move on, let it go. We could, keep peace separately. If we see each other, we could be cordial, but that friendship is gone. K.Michelle walks off and insults her and says, I'm no longer Kimberly. I was Kimberly on stage. This is basically now K.Michelle. I should have gave your ass a cheeseburger. Make that the double cheeseburger special. Now I'm going to go in. K.Michelle is very vicious and dirty. If somebody took money from you and they're offering to pay you back, you should have accepted the $50. If it really was $271, you should have told the girl up front back in 2014, 2015. You don't wait until 2018 when you're on a show that you said you would never return to the franchise to treat her like that. And I do believe you treated the girl like that because she was fat, because you kept plugging in stereotypes of fat people such as weight, food, being lazy, not having a job, stating that you had to pay her rent, and how she pretty much was like a crazy stalker who followed you on Twitter. You was cool with all of that because you needed her. Why? Because she lived in Brooklyn and you lived in Brooklyn at that time in that brownstone up on Bed-Stuy. So you needed her for your protection because she was connected to a lot of people. But when you moved out to Cali, you got brand new. That's what's really going on, K.Michelle. You didn't want to deal with the girl anymore because you thought that she was beneath you. You came into new money, which really wasn't a lot of money, and you was like, F Paris. And I'm not gonna make Paris innocent because I do believe to a point she kind of was catching on K.Michelle's heels because she was an up and coming artist. She was being big. And if you're trying to get in the game too, and you're both signed to Atlantic, of course you're gonna catch on. You're gonna be around a person that's big and upcoming. You're not gonna be around the bottom feeders. You want to be around the people that's big. But I did love what she said. Call me back when you go platinum, because K.Michelle only went gold, which is good in this time. But her last album did nothing. It did nothing. Another thing too that I do want to point out with Paris is that meeting people on the internet, if you did that, that's not cool. It puts yourself in situations like this. It's not genuine friendships. It's like you're meeting people. If that's what you did, it's like you're meeting people to latch onto their name. You're better off just meeting people at work, in school, even at a party, events, at gatherings, community events, different functions, even on a trip. But don't go on the internet and follow people and say, hey, I like your songs, I want to meet you. It's not a natural way to do things, because this is the consequences of such actions. That's if she did it. But overall, who do I feel bad for the most? I'm going to be honest with you, I actually feel bad for Paris, because even though somebody did something bad, if she did it bad, she did offer to pay her back. And K.Michelle, you ain't right for that, because you trying to make that girl look out to be a fool, when in the end you're the fool. Because who's the person that don't really like themselves? It ain't Paris Phillips. She might be fat, but she still looked the same going back to 2013. You've had like 5 different faces from the time you first stepped on Love and Hip Hop. And with that being said, it's your girl, Miss Little Call. I'm signing off. I'm getting ready to catch this bus because I got to clock in soon. Enjoy your weekend and have a wonderful day. Peace.